Hey y'all, this is Kim with Creative Escapades, and the first part of this video is going to be a disclosure. I totally flopped on this painting. I did one pour on it. It turned out horrible. I scraped it, cleaned my canvas, and started over. The second pour did not go very well either, and I tried a couple different things, and finally, you will see at the end of this video how I actually did finally save this canvas, and it turned out really nice. So my whole premise of the video was that I wanted to use the syringe again to inject paint into or onto the canvas. And instead of layering it into my syringe, I was going to draw it out of a cup into the syringe. So I'm using the Artist Loft light magenta, the Artist Loft turquoise, and then I added a couple more colors, and which I will show you in a minute as we went along. So first thing I did was I sprayed my cup and the syringe with treadmill silicone oil because I wanted all the paint to draw up into the syringe, and then I wanted all the paint to come out of the syringe. So I decided to add some gold and some phthalo green and some white iridescent medium, and that's what I'm starting off with into my cup. And then I added the gold. Next, I added some of the light magenta, and I should have stopped right here because that's pretty, but I didn't. I kept going. I added the turquoise, and then the phthalo green, phthalo green, phthalo green, and then I did the drawing of into the syringe. And in my mind, I was thinking that it would, as it got to each one of those colors, it would pull it up into the syringe, and instead it kind of just blended them more or less all together, and the phthalo green kind of took over, and I lost some of the magenta, the gold. So the next boo-boo I made was adding way too much white paint to help the paint glide when I stretch it. Right now I am just injecting the paint straight down onto the canvas. And as you can see, it's not terrible, but it's just So I added some more white paint and started stretching, and in a minute you're going to see that white paint start coming through and getting bigger. And again, it's not that this is not beautiful colors. I love phthalo green. It just kind of took over a little bit. And you can see here when I was talking about the white is starting to pop through. And when I tried to tilt it off, it just stretched even more, and the white became bigger, and I wasn't about the white. So I decided to add some stripes of the colors that I had already used, and then I took some parchment paper and I swiped it, and I got some amazing cells. I'm not saying that it's not pretty, it's just not what I was looking for. And then my camera died. So I thought, well, I'm going to try a balloon smash on this. And I didn't have a balloon, but I did have a packing airbag. And so I added little puddles of the colors that I had already used, added a little bit of dioxazine purple, some little droplets of black, and just started balloon smashing or airbag smashing. And the more I did it, I was like, this is what it needed. And what you're looking at right here, actually, it had set for probably about 45 minutes. And I just love it. I think it's really what it needed. So the whole moral of this video is you don't have to trash your canvas or your painting if it doesn't turn out how you like it. You can paint over it. You can scrape it and start over. You can do different techniques. Maybe what you started out with didn't work. You can try something else and see if you can make something else work, which is what happened in this case. So this right here was the next morning after it had pretty much dried, and I love it. I think it's gorgeous. I got to varnish it yet, but I still felt like it could use a little bit more pizzazz. So I had these little crystals here, and I added them to the center of each one of the little flowers, and it just dazzled it up. I think this is exactly what it needed, and I just love it. I think it's gorgeous. So if you have enjoyed this video of how to save a failed painting, give me a thumbs up. Share it with your friends. If you have any questions, comments, leave them below. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. Ring that bell and you'll get notified when I upload future videos, whether they're fantastic or failures or saved failures. And I hope you've enjoyed this one. And I hope to see you in my next one. Thanks, y'all.